Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, you'll have to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10. At their own
Falcons football again. And, Charles, this is an Atlanta Falcons team that just suffered a heartbreaking loss to Dallas in Week 2. And their offense, though, playing at an elite level, 64 points in 2 games. But here's the stat from the Week 2 game against Dallas. It's crazy. In NFL history, teams that scored 39 points or more with no turnovers offensively were 440-0, but they're now 440-1 after that loss to the Cowboys.
You know what that stat sounds like, partner? It sounds like the NCAA basketball tournament. 16 playing a 1, and it never had happened until a couple of years ago. And then it did happen, right? That's the same thing with this stat. 440-0, it finally happened.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Offense coming back out here for the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals. And Kyler Murray, what a start to the season he has had for this crew. He's becoming very comfortable in his second year, showing the league his tremendous abilities both through the air and on the ground. He's got plenty of help downfield as well. The comfort level we're seeing between he and DeAndre Hopkins is really something, CD.
It really is, and this is exactly why they got DeAndre Hopkins, to truly be that #1 target.
Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and short now following the fumble. Shotgun now for Murray. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Yards. It's second down.
Sometimes you need a phone, one that keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes.
now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here, as we expected. Looking at the clock, a very quick first half of play. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. It's complete to Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And down he'll go at the 25.
Larry Fitzgerald.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. Bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll drop here to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was defended by
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 48 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 31 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
Point after.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Andy Isabella. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
A loss of 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
Not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Passer defense.
Baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
The score, Falcons 10, Cardinals nothing.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. On the return, Isabella. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 10-0, 80 seconds remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Back to throw, Murray. And he hits Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Murray's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.